What we've found when we examined the history of Towards Healing and its failures as well as its strengths, the mixing of pastoral response from the church and reparation and compensation isn't working. So our first recommendation back to the church is to separate the two. Secondly, we're suggesting that the governments of Australia look seriously at a national compensation scheme that victims can access directly without having to use lawyers, and that the church and other institutions contribute financially to it so that compensation can be determined and settled independently of the church. Thirdly, we're suggesting that a new board be established in the Catholic Church, an independent board where accountability and compliance is overseen, and that how Towards Healing and how safeguards are put in place in the church are examined under a set of standards, and that the board can audit particular dioceses or religious orders to see how they match up to those standards, and that those reports are made public. The whole reform agenda is driven by best practice on accountability, transparency, and independence. This is the start of our examination of the processes that are required to meet some of the requirements of contemporary best practice governance. That's a requirement of the Royal Commission. But also the Council is charged with looking back into the Church over its processes more broadly. And we as a Church need to look at our own culture, the factors why clerical sex abuse has occurred, the way in which for so long the Church seemed to be blind to what to do, the ways in which we can put in place more inclusive and sustainable healing programs for people who have been damaged if they want to participate in those. There's a lot of work to be done, there's far more reform to come, and the Council is committed to doing that.